أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Ramadan with the Holy Qur'an 30 Lessons in 30 Days podcast. In this podcast, we shall talk about 30 lessons, a comprehensive guide throughout the Holy Month of Ramadan to give you a gist of the great religion of Islam and its teachings produced from the words of the Holy Quran and exegesis, as well as points from traditions and narrations from the Divine Purified Household. This is your host Suhail Saleh. This is the second episode of Ramadan with the Holy Quran 30 Lessons in 30 Days podcast. Episode 2, Lesson 2, Fasting. Effects and blessings of fasting. O believers, prescribed for you is the fast, even as it was prescribed for those that were there before you. Happily you will be God-fearing. Taqwa is with the meaning of holding yourself back from sin. Most sin originates from two sources, anger and desire, and fasting controls those two instincts and so reduces corruption and adds to taqwa. God consciousness and the fear of God, or taqwa, is the most important externally apparent and internally hidden result of fasting. Fasting is the sole worship which can go unnoticed and hidden from others. Prayers, pilgrimage, jihad, Islamic texts and homes can all be seen by others, but fasting is not something that can be seen. Fasting strengthens the will of human beings. Someone who for one whole month can refrain from bread and water and their spouse can control themselves with respect to property and chastity of others. Fasting is the cause of strengthening the feeling of kindness. Someone who for 1 month has tasted hunger and thirst can feel the pain and understand the difficulty and struggle of hunger. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and his progeny stated that fasting is half of patience. The fasting of general population is that of the abstaining of bread, drink, and spouse. However, amongst the more noble, along with abstinence of the items which break a fast, necessary is also the abstinence from sin, and the fast of those who are the noblest of the noble is not only abstinence of the items which break the fast, abstinence from the sin, but also emptying the heart from everything but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fasting makes people like angels, angels that are far off from eating, drinking, and desires. The Prophet stated that anyone who fasts for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their entire sins will be forgiven. In the holy narration, it is also stated that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated, fasting is for me and I will reward for it. The importance of fasting is so much so that many of the rewards of worship in the narrations are equated to the rewards of observing fast. Although fasting was also prescribed for many nations before, the fasting of the month of Ramadan was specific to prophets and only became obligatory upon all with the nation of Islam. It has been narrated from the Prophet that he stated that for everything there is an Islamic tax, zakat, and the Islamic tax of the body is fasting. Etiquette and condition of observing fast. 4 days numbered, and if any of you be sick, or if he be on a journey, then a number of the days, and for those who are able to fast, a redemption by feeding a poor man. Yet better it is for him who volunteer good, and that you should fast is better for you, if you but know. Islam has a suitable law for every person and under every condition. In this ayah, the law for those who are traveling or the ill and are able-bodied have been clarified. If under certain condition one is unable to fast, they must compensate for that fast on other occasions so that they may enjoy the benefits of fasting. Surrendering to the divine laws has its merits. If the rules of observing fast is given, a fast must be observed, and if the command is to break the fast must be broken. In Tafsir Majma' al-Bayan, it has been narrated that a group of the companions of the Prophet, peace be upon him, maintained their fast while traveling and did not desire to break it. The Prophet identified them as sinners. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam stated that if somebody observes a fast during travel, I will not be praying upon his body the prayer of the deceased. In any case, if the traveler or the sick observes a fast, it is considered void and it must be compensated for later. Imam Sadiq, peace be upon him, stated even if the mother is concerned about her breast milk for her child, she must break her fast, and this is a symbol of kindness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Breaking the fast. The Prophet stated that anyone who provides for others food or water to break fast after fasting, purchased with halal income, will have praise sent for them every hour by the angel, and on the night of power, Laylatul Qadr, Archangel Jibrail. Breaking the fast is one form of worship, provided it is with purity and intention is solely for nearness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We feed you only for the faith's sake of God. Providing breakfast to believers, according to Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, is like the night prayer, which is the cause of salvation and prosperity. Providing breakfast is a kind of honor and instilling happiness to believers. Providing breakfast, in normal terms we call iftar, is a cause for softening of the heart, maintaining familial relations, cause for the removal of grudges and hypocrisy. Providing iftar is a source of forgiveness for oneself and family and source of benefit and goodness to parents. Providing iftar is a vehicle for invitation and showing the right path and guidance. The aim of providing iftar must not be showing off. The invitation to iftar must not only be for the rich and those with status and position. The dining table must not be one of crime or sin or despise or backbiting or provocation. It must not be disrespectful or without manners, and the guests not be greeted with contempt. It must not be so decorated and beautified, vying with each other and competing with each other, and be conducted with jealousy. It must not be accompanied with illogical remarks and harassment of the spouse and family and others. It is narrated that the reward of one who provides iftar to those who have observed the fast is like the reward of the one who have observed the fast himself. And this is the end of the second episode of Ramadan with the Holy Quran, 30 lessons in 30 days. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.